This is history in the making, ladies and gentlemen. For the first time ever, we are at West Perry High School for the first ever West Perry High School Bocce team. West Perry Bocce, brand new program within the athletic department here at West Perry, and they are taking on the Halifax Wildcats here for the second straight match between these two teams, and it is history in the making. Not a very big crowd, but a lot of students coming here today. A few Halifax students coming in as well. And it is all about sportsmanship and having a great time here. The Bocce, Interscholastic Unified Bocce, represented by the Special Olympics Unified Champions School League. Special Olympics Pennsylvania bringing in Bocce many years ago. I can't tell you exactly how many. But West Perry, for the first time, is now having a unified varsity bocce team here at West Perry High School. Hello, everyone watching on the West Perry Athletic Department YouTube channel. My name is Alex Wall, the Golden Pipes of West Perry Athletics, here for a historic moment for the West Perry High School bocce team. West Perry Bocce, their first two matches were on the road, and in both those games, they won. West Perry Bocce got their first ever win in program history last month on the road at Susquehanna, the only other Perry County school to have a bocce team. West Perry won 2 frames to none. They call them frames here. It's almost like bowling, if you will. And West Perry already having a victory against Halifax in 3 sets in their last matchup. Halifax over 1 heading into this one after a loss to West Perry in their last game. A huge crowd here now coming in. Looks like West Perry wrestling, West Perry football is in the stands here. Here for a historic moment. So for those who are watching right now and they don't know what bocce is, we have gathered up all the rules and they're pretty simple. You have 3 frames. And I got all this from the Halifax coach. Halifax is coached by Chris Miller, and the co-head coach is Jen Gutierrez. And they tell me that it's a best of 3 frames. So you have 30 minutes to finish 1 frame. 30 minutes, or the frame will end if one team gets to 16 points. To start the match, to start each frame, each team will decide, I don't know how they're going to decide, maybe a coin flip or rock, paper, scissors or something like that. And they will decide who throws the jack. And right now, West Perry getting some practice in. And what the jack is, ladies and gentlemen, it's a very tiny ball. And it's very hard to see because it's, we're going to zoom in. That is the jack right there. And so the team gets to, one team gets to throw that jack. And as we see more practice going on, the same team, after throwing the jack, will throw a ball. One team will be red, the other team will be green. And the goal is very simple. Get the ball as close to the jack as you possibly can. If you have one ball, like everyone gets to throw 4 balls. Like one team throws 4, the other team throws 4, and then we'll switch over. So, if one of the team's balls is closest to the jack, that team gets 1 point. If you get a ball that touches the jack at the end of the frame, then that team gets 2 points. And you just keep doing on and on until you get to 16 points or until the 30-minute time limit has expired. So both teams getting their practice in. A huge night for West Perry Athletics. A brand new program. We see most of the teams here. I see members of the football team, the wrestling team are here. Both basketball teams are here. We see West Perry head coach for girls basketball, Mike Urick. We'll see him later tonight. Part of a unique doubleheader here for the West Perry Athletic Department. So that's pretty much the rule. And we're going to zoom in again here because this is a tiny ball, ladies and gentlemen. And you see that green line. A green line between the 2 cones, that is the mark where players have to throw their balls. Now, the jack is the most important ball. You want to throw out that ball to a spot where you feel comfortable of how close you can get it to. And then the other team, like that ball just rolled by there, the red ball, like you get that ball closer to the jack at the end of 8 throws, then your team gets the point. Now it does have to stay within the white rectangle here. White tubes forming a rectangle just a bit over the length of the volleyball court. And not about half the court in width and just a little bit over the length of a volleyball court. So both teams coming in. We're seeing a huge crowd, more fans coming in, a lot of student athletes here. And we have the starting roster, so for those who are curious who consists of the roster as well, it's pretty interesting actually. There are 8 players on each team. And 4 of them are athletes from other sports within the West Prairie or Halifax athletic departments. And the other 4 are life skills students that get the chance to play with some of these athletes. They are considered partners. So first for Halifax, the 4 athletes are Evan Graver, Josh Bacano, Jeremy Scotes, and Savannah Ludwig. The 4 partners for Halifax are Stephen Tracy, Thorne Weaver, Zoe Strope, and Seth Strope. For West Prairie, the 4 athletes are Kyle Freeman, Damian Yoakum, Hayden Ogden, and Issa Bentz. The 4 partners are Autumn Albright, Greer Bowles, Jordan Byers, and Joshua Kowaleski. Actually, I take that back. The athletes are actually the partners. The athletes are the life skills students. So here we go with our public address announcer, Brent Anderson. To get ready for this one. We'll be right back after our national anthem. And we are back here. We do apologize to everyone watching at home, but due to copyright infringement laws, we are unable to stream any pre-recorded versions.
Now let's meet today's teams. Let's start by meeting the visitors, the Halifax Wildcats. Evan Graver. John McConnell. Jeremy Scotts. Stephen Tracy. Thorne Weaver. Zoe Strout. Seth Strout. And Savannah Ludwig. And now let's hear it for your home team, West Prairie Mustangs. Kyle Freeman. Damian Yoakum. Hayden Ogden. Autumn Albright. Greer Bowles.
So we just
At this
introduced
time,
all
we
the
ask the teams
teams.
to please rise as we will administer the Special Olympics Athletes Oath to all of the team members.
And this is part of the Special Olympics
Please
tradition.
repeat after me. Let me win, but if I cannot win, let me be brave with the intent. It is my pleasure to announce today's competition officially open. Good luck. Westbury will be wearing green today and Halifax will be wearing black. Captains, please meet the official at the service line for the coin toss.
And it looks like our official for tonight is none other than our Westbury High School principal, Chris Ron. And he is our official here for tonight. Team captains getting together. All party of Special Olympics. Just all the wrestling team come out here a few minutes ago, but now they're heading back to the wrestling room to start practicing. And a coin flip. Looks like West Perry has won it. And let's go see what the decision is. West Perry has won the toss, the coin toss, to get things started. The point of the coin toss is to determine which team.
Westbury has won the toss and has chosen green.
Oh, I guess it's choosing the colors of the ball. So West Perry's got to be green. Halifax has got to be the red ball. So who is going to be the first team to throw the jack, which is a tiny yellow ball? It looks like it's got to be West Perry. This is a very tiny ball, ladies and gentlemen, so we've got to zoom in very quickly here. There goes the jack. The point of the jack is to roll the ball into a point where you're comfortable that you can throw a bocce ball as close as you can to it. It looks like it's just over the white line, and it's actually got to take a slurve towards the pole.
Begin our game.
And that is, there we go. West Perry got to throw the first bocce ball as close as you possibly can. 30 minutes is on the clock. 30 minutes has started. That's how much time you have to finish each frame, and that's a pretty good roll right there. And now will be Halifax's turn. This is going to be Jordan Straub. Jordan Straub to throw the ball here. Now, one thing that's very tricky about rowing second is you have a choice. You can either roll the ball to try to get close to the jack, or you can knock the ball out of the way so the other team doesn't get as close to the ball as they would before. And that's a pretty good roll right there, but right now it's obvious that West Perry has the lead. That ball is just to the left of that white line there, right where Chris Ron is standing at. And Halifax gets the second roll here. Again, there will be 8 rolls. And that looks like a pretty good block, actually. And now Halifax has got to roll third now, so. And this looks like a horror throw right here, trying to get it. Bounces off one side of the ball, and it gets past the West Perry one, and just rolls past the jack. And that is close, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't matter if you're if you roll past the jack or if you're just in front of it. And now Halifax is gonna have their final roll here. Almost like bowling, if you will, ladies and gentlemen. But this is it's going to be a very interesting day here. Very exciting competition. The first ever home match for West Perry Bocce team. A huge crowd here tonight. A lot of winter sports athletes. I see a few members of the football team are here as well. And this gets past the half-court line. And this is looking good for Halifax. And a pretty good spot, but it's still fairly close. Between those, like one green ball and a red ball past the jack. So now it's West Perry's turn. West Perry will have the next 3 throws to end this one. Scoreboard says 1-0 already, but I don't think that's right. It should Like, you gotta wait to give the points until after all 8 throws. This is a good looking bounce right here. Getting past 1, getting past 2, and still going. It's got just lay next to that one third ball. Actually rolls back a little bit, and still looking back. And I don't know, those two might be touching each other. We're gonna get a game clock up on the top of your screen here, as soon as we can get right next to it. Here's the next throw for Westbury. And oh, it takes a tough bounce. And it bounces back, gets Halifax a little extra edge there. We got 26.5 minutes left to go. We'll start the clock as soon as we get 26 minutes exactly. And still rolling low forward and getting past half court. And I don't know what the scoring system is here, but it looks like Westbury actually has 2-0 lead because Chris Ron. Yeah, so I guess it's a point for every fork throw. So whoever's closer gets some points. So 2 points already for Westbury. Actually went past a little bit for fact. So okay, so I was right. It's 1-0.
After the first frame, our score, Westbury 1, Halifax 0.
So here comes the check. The check is run past midcourt. Keep forgetting to zoom in on the check. That's Westbury got to throw a check this time. And that looks like a very nice spot right there for the jack. So Westbury will roll the first ball. And oh my goodness, this is looking very good. What a roll there, right there for Westbury. That's got to be tough to beat, ladies and gentlemen. Look how close this is. This is the best throw of the day so far. We're only in the first frame. So now Halifax front and back of the line there. And it's got to take a bounce. And oh my goodness, this looks very good. And gets past the 1 ball. And oh, this is close. And actually still rolling forward, in fact. Chris Watt has to get out of the way for our camera. Oh my goodness, this is close. What a frame we have here, ladies and gentlemen. I tell you what. I kind of like talking softly like this because I feel like a golf commentator right now. And this is like a big bounce. And this has got to get too far away. So that ball has no contention of getting close to the jack. Here is Westbury now with their third throw. And that's a roll right there, and they pass half court. That's another rule, ladies and gentlemen. The ball has to go past the half court line. Otherwise, it will not count. Can't be a little tricky sometimes. We already saw one. And, taking a Westbury bounce right there. And, this ball's got to get right at the half court line. And nice throw, actually, getting that one ball past the other two. And this is going to be close. This is going to be a measurement right here to see how close this is. This is close, ladies and gentlemen. So again, the score is 1-0 for Westbury. That's very close. Sometimes it can be a little tricky. And they're saying that Halifax is going to get the first roll here in the second half of this half. So So Halifax got to roll first, and this looks like a hard throw, and that could be strategy, but very costly here for Halifax. As Halifax was just trying to get one ball out of the way, but it actually helps West Perry there a little bit. So now here it's Halifax, and another hard roll, and it gets past everybody. Doesn't touch anything, so wasted attempt right there. And oh, this is looking good for Halifax right now. And yeah, good one there. I don't think it's definitely not close enough. So West Perry will get that point. That was a last throw already. And West Perry has a 2-0 lead now.
Frames, our score is West Perry 2, Halifax 0.
So that's the second frame. And this is a best of 3 games, ladies and gentlemen. So West Perry with a 2-0 lead. Now West Perry will roll the jack. And oh, this is not looking very good. It's actually rolling past. Again, the jack has to roll past the half-court line. And this is looking much, much better. And it does get past the half-court line, and there we go. Just barely over the half-court line, but it's legal. And now West Perry will throw the first ball here of the third frame. And oh, just getting past the jack. This has got to be tough because, because it's pretty much like inches away from the half court line. The ball is still rolling back though. The ball is rolling back. Hold everything here. The fans are noticing that. It's like, hey, the ball is still going. It's actually takes a West Perry roll there. Here's Straub now. The key here in this frame is don't roll very hard. Get as close as you can, and look at this. Beautiful throw. We are just over 10 minutes in. Here's West Perry's next throw. After this game, we'll have our West Perry Athletic part of trivia question of the game. Went way over, but still good. Looking very good for Halifax to get on the board here. And a hard balance, actually. And oh, the 2 Bocce balls just rolling past the jack. And now it's obvious that Halifax has the edge here. Fourth throw coming for West Perry. Last chance here to get a point here. And this is taking a slow roll. Is it going to hit the jack? Yes, it does. And that's a good throw right there. Looks like from here, Halifax has the edge. They have 3 throws coming up here, and they can't just throw these balls away because it looks like Halifax has the closer distance to the jack with that one red Bocce ball. And yeah, you don't have to do anything fancy here. One thing you definitely don't want to do if you're Halifax is to hit the jack. That goes further away than West Perry will be closer if it gets past that one red ball. And oh, this is looking good for Halifax here. Actually got to hit the jack again. And oh my goodness, what a nice throw. Lots of sportsmanship here, everybody. Definitely a must for the Special Olympics. Here for our first ever home bocce game for West Perry bocce team. 17.5 minutes left to go here. We gotta reset this clock here by a few seconds. Last throw coming up here for Halifax in this frame. Looks like Halifax has a really good opportunity here to get on the board. There it goes. Oh, we actually lost contact with the ball right there. Not bad. And it's a good throw, and this has got to be a point for Halifax. Or wait a minute, Chris Ron just rolled 2 points. Oh, that's right, because there are 2 balls for Halifax that were closer to the check, so that's 2 points right there. And we have a tie ball game now.
After 3 frames, our score, West Perry 2, Halifax 2.
West Perry boys basketball. Few members in attendance here. They have a game later coming up tonight. They are on the road tonight at James Buchanan. And this is part of our doubleheader coverage here today. First ever home bocce game for West Perry Bocce. And later tonight at 7:30 we'll have West Perry girls basketball right here at West Perry High School against James Buchanan. And this jacket took a bounce off the wall. It doesn't get past half court, so we'll redo it here. Halifax gets the chance to throw the jack for the first time here. And that's a good one. Good spot there for the jack. And, oh, my bad, missed the first throw of the Halifax team. Halifax Wildcats coming down. Second time these two teams have met in history. That's a good first throw. Now West Perry. Again, we thank you everyone at home for tuning in on the West Perry Athletic Park YouTube channel. It takes a bounce off the Halifax ball. And oh, this is close between the two. If that holds up, we could have another measurement here. We already had one measurement already that gave West Perry 1 point. But we are now tied at 2-2 after 3 frames. Again, the first team that gets to 16 points wins the game, or until the 30-minute time limit has expired. And oh my goodness, look at this! Almost like a triangle, if you will. Almost like the jack is the center of the pizza, and then you got 3 balls. Almost looks like 2 slices right there. And we're gonna have a measurement here, Miss Gov. It's close between all 3 of those. And West Perry says that West Perry ball is closer. It's close. It has to be close. We don't know what the measurement is, but we can tell from up here. It's very close. And, oh, this is a hard ball. This is a great strategy there for the Mustangs. Getting that one Halifax ball out of the way. And now West Perry. West Perry, if this were the end right now, West Perry will have 3 points. Now, most you can get in a single frame is 4. So now see what Halifax does to regroup. They still have 3 throws. West Perry has 1, and oh my goodness, this is not looking good. That's not a good roll here for Halifax. Yeah. Halifax now with 2 more throws here. We have the West Perry Mustang here as well tonight. A very historic night here for West Perry Athletics. And goal rolls past everyone and even past the third one. And this is good for West Perry. That goes all the way through. Yeah, anytime the ball goes past the other line, the evergreen line, that ball is automatically out. The strategy right there was to knock one of the green balls out. And oh, look at this. It just slides right through the 2 West Perry balls. Good throw. And from what it looks like, Halifax has to lead, but West Perry has a good chance now to get 4 points. If it hits the Halifax ball, and it's not going to be able to. It actually rolls past everything. And, oh my goodness, is this going to be a point for Halifax? What? Yes, it is. 1 point for the Wildcats. What a great throw. That was the last throw of the frame. So now Halifax takes a 3-2 lead.
After 4 frames, our score, Halifax Wildcats 3, West Perry West Banks 2.
Halifax literally just took West Perry 2 points away. And we see on the bottom screen, that's the West Perry boys basketball team now on our way to James B. Camp for their game tonight. Good luck to West Perry, heading the road at James Buchanan. We'll have West Perry girls basketball here later tonight at 7:30. And here's the roll of the jack. And I don't know what this was about, but the jack hits the very close to the wall and doesn't even get past the first white line. Yep, the jack has to go past the half court line. And taking a bounce again, but this is definitely going to get past the half court line. And now Halifax will get the first throw here. 4th frame here. Nice big crowd here tonight. A lot of students coming out tonight. That's a great sign to see for the Special Olympics community. Not a bad first throw there for Halifax. It's such an honor to be the Golden Pipes here. History in the making right here. West Perry 2-0 on the season so far. Their first inaugural season for West Perry Bocce. And they have 2 wins already, including against Halifax. And what a nice throw there. That was Kyle Freeman with the throw. Kyle Freeman having herself a day. And takes a bounce. So we are just approaching 10 minutes left to go in this first game. Yeah, it's best 2 out of 3. Halifax with a 3-2 lead right now. And not wasting any time on this throw. Take a bounce high. And this is looking good for Halifax as well. And that second ball is still rolling back. And this has got to be close. And looks like we're going to have another measurement. Chris Ron, our Westbury High School principal, not so sure between those 2 balls, the red and green balls. Let's wait the official decision. So Westbury has the closer bocce ball to the check, so Halifax will then roll first. I think that's one of the rules here for bocce ball. After 4 throws for each frame, the teams determine, or the official determines, which ball is closer, and if you're not closer, you get to roll first. Roll first. Eight and a half minutes left to go. This is looking very good for Halifax right now. But right now, West Perry with the edge here. If this holds up, this will tie the game at 3. And that ball not getting past half court. Now West Perry has 3 throws. And this is all about strategy here. You have the lead already in this frame. So what do you do here? Try to get more points. And this is taking a bounce. It's still running, getting past one, getting past the other, and oh my goodness, look at that! That's gotta be close enough. And actually it's taking a roll back just by a second. Wow, that looks good for West Perry right there. Here's the third row for Westbury. And oh, it actually takes a tough bounce. And oh my goodness, that looks closer for Halifax. So Westbury has one more throw left in this frame. Halifax, from what it looks like, might have a 2-point lead here. Interesting strategy right here. This is looking very good. Takes a bounce off their own ball. And oh my goodness, this has got to be close. But I think Halifax has got to get it. And yes, they do. No measurement needed as Halifax gets 1 point. Makes it 4-2 with 6.5 minutes left to go. Again, it's the best of 3 games. So this could be the last frame of the first game. It's the best of 3 games, ladies and gentlemen. You have a half hour to finish each game, or until you get 16 points. It's obvious for right now that we are not going to get to 16 points in 6 minutes. So, whoever leads, most likely after this frame, is going to win the first game. Now, the only rule I don't know is what if Westbury manages to tie? What if Westbury comes from behind, ties the game at 4, and the time expires? What do you do for a tie? That's the only rule I don't know. So here goes the jack. Halifax gets to make the throw, and he gets right past it. Actually, lands on the bottom of the P there on Sarah Corden. That's easy to spot right there. It's right there on the edge of the green. The P for Perry. And Halifax now gets to make the first throw. Let's go first throw. Yeah, why doesn't everyone just go for the green? Makes it so much easier for us up here to see the jack. 5 minutes to go here. After this frame, we'll have our Westbury Athletic Park trivia quiz up the game, and this first throw for Westbury goes way off. Goes past the jack, in fact. Now Westbury getting ready for her second throw. And oh, this is looking good. Actually gets in front of the Halifax ball, touching each other, in fact. And now it's definite that Westbury has the lead here. One more throw you have before we determine who gets to throw next. Fourth throw coming up here in this frame. Second one for Halifax. Take his time. Trying to figure out a strategy here. This is going to roll past everybody. Actually, it's got to roll past everybody, so that ball doesn't really matter. And Westbury is in the lead here. 4 more throws left to go. 4 minutes left to go. Yeah, you definitely do not want to throw it however the jack is. And oh, now there's your triangle right there. And I don't know. From what it looks like, Westbury has the edge there. One more throw for Halifax here. And his ball gets past the jack. And oh, this is interesting right here. Westbury is actually going to take a timeout and group together here. This is a 1 minute timeout. So time stops. This is a 1 minute timeout saying, hey, we're down to less than 4 minutes to go. The head coach for Westbury is Joe O'Toole. And O'Toole has to be saying, hey, this is only the first game, but it's already building pressure here. We got 2 throws left to go. Halifax also has a chance to group here with this timeout. Got 26 seconds left. That's pretty quick. Done with their timeout. Halifax still talking. Even though they don't have any throws left in this frame. The buzzer might not be needed here today. A bunch of students were not expecting that. So we're going to stop our clock here for a few seconds until we actually get there. So just 3 minutes left to go. This throw is looking very good. Still rolling, still rolling. There is a little bit of a draft in here, so that might be the reason why the ball just continues to roll, but it looks like it's about to stop. Final throw of the frame, and it's for West Perry. And it looks like West Perry is going to get this point with 2.5 minutes left to go. So this pass, 1 point for West Perry. Makes it 4-3. With 2:25 left to go. Now you have time for one more frame. So I'm guessing this is like the average. This is normal for a game in bocce ball. 6 or 7 frames. This is our 7th frame here.
Officials, this is a 2-minute warning. Please complete the current frame.
And this is a 2-minute warning, and the jack actually didn't go very far at all. It took a big bounce, and then it just stopped. West Perry gets the throw. 2-minute warning here. And this ball, oh, this is going to be close. It's going to get past the line. No, it will not. Just short. Don't want to waste a lot of time because West Perry is down by 1. You definitely want to get this ball over center court. And there it is. So now, still rolling forward. And that's a good spot. Just over a minute left to go here. Well, Halifax can probably do. I don't know if they can finish their frame when time expires, so we'll find that out in just over a minute. 1 minute left to go here. Not bad first throw there for West Perry. 4-3 here in game number 1. It's a best of 3. Seconds left to go. Here's Zoe Strupp. And this is looking good for Halifax. It gets past this center line. I think they stopped the clock here. Probably trying to avoid him. Or who knows? Or now the clock is rolling. So we gotta stop our clock here. Now hold our clock here. Hold off our clock for 10 more seconds. Final 13 seconds left to go here. And this is looking very good for Halifax to win game 1. These two teams did go the distance in their last game against each other. And, oh, this is good for West Perry. Time has got run out. No buzzer. So time has run out. And, well, it looks like we are going to finish this frame, so this is it. Unless if West Perry can get a tie here. But I don't know what the rule is if a frame ends in a tie. Guess we'll find out if West Perry can find a way to get this 1 point, because it looks very good for them right now. Each team now with 1 throw left. Or I take that back. Halifax has 2 throws left. West Perry with 1. And trying to get out of the way, but actually makes it better for West Perry. Good idea, good strategy. But it does not pay off. Look how close this is. West Perry ball to the jack. So this is definitely the last chance. For Halifax here. to win game one. This is a tough one. What do you do? Because it's obvious that Westbury now has the closer bocce ball to the jack. See what he does here. And this is still rolling, still running. Oh my goodness, look at this. It actually taps the Westbury ball. And Westbury gets the point, but there's still one more throw. Or is Westbury going to decide to take this throw? Westbury still has one more to go. And if I was Westbury, I would just throw this ball away. Throw it to the basketball hoop on the other side. That's what I would do. Or, oh, maybe Westbury is trying to get this ball closer than the other two Halifax balls to get 2 points and perhaps take the win here. And, oh, this is close. Oh, Westbury definitely has 1 point. And there's only going to be 1 point, so we are now tied at 4 apiece. So now what? Let's listen to our broadcast announcer, Brent Anderson.
After 7 free throw scores, the Westbury Mustangs 4, the Halifax Wildcats 4.
So a tiebreaker situation here. Is it just going to be one more frame? And it looks like that's exactly what we're going to do. So we are tied at 4. So tiebreaker here. Westbury gets to throw the jack. Definitely got to get past half court. I don't know if the tiebreaker frame is any different from the regular frames. And wow, the jack, that's the furthest it's ever gone. It doesn't get past the green line. That's a good thing. So here we go. We have first throw for the Mustangs. Yeah, this tiebreaker frame with where the position of the jack is, you definitely want to throw this ball hard, but not too hard. As you get that ball past the green line, it's considered out. First roll for Halifax. And Westbury has to lead for 1. Up next for Halifax. Takes the bounce off 1. And it gets past the Westbury ball, so Halifax now has the edge on the tiebreaker. Westbury will throw next. Tiebreaker frame here. Good matchup here. And this ball is going hard. It's actually got to roll too hard and get out of bounds. So each team with 2 more throws. Here in the opening matchup. So it gets past one Halifax ball, but not the other. Westbury with 1 more throw. And Westbury's got to take it right now. Gotta throw it hard. And you gotta get past not 1 but 2 Halifax bocce balls. And there's just the bounce, and it gets past the other Halifax ball. Oh, this is gonna be tough to beat for Halifax as he's still rolling. And my goodness, that's gotta be very tough to beat for Halifax. Halifax has 2 throws. Hard roll, and oh, it actually gets out of bounds. And marks the Westbury ball just a little bit closer, so it comes down to this. First game, tiebreaker frame. And last throw Last row for Halifax. Gets past 1. Gets past 2. It's a guy get past 3. This is gotta be close. And no, it actually hits the West Prairie ball. So West Prairie gets the point, and West Prairie takes game 1. 5-4. Nice win for West Prairie in the first game. So now each team will have a 5-minute intermission here in between games. So 5 minutes. Get yourself a little break. Get some water. Get some pizza if you need it. And we're gonna be back in about 2 minutes for us to reveal our West Prairie. Actually, let's do that now. Let's do our West Prairie Athletic Park trivia question of the game. And our first ever question about bocce ball is this. In what country was bocce ball invented in? In what country was bocce ball invented? We'll have that answer for you coming up in 4 minutes. You are watching the first ever home game for West Prairie bocce ball against the Halifax Wildcats, exclusively on the West Prairie Athletic Park YouTube channel. We'll be right back in 4 minutes for the start of Game 2. West Prairie leads Game 1, 5-4. We are back here for Game 2 of the first ever home game for West Prairie Bocce Team Mustangs. West Prairie taking Game 1 by a score of 5-4. They need a tiebreaker frame. And so West Prairie, with Game 1 in the books, needs to win one of the next 2. And right now we have our answer to our West Prairie Athletic Park trivia question of the game. The question again is, in what country was bocce ball invented in? The answer was Italy. And bocce actually means ball, B-O-W-L, in Italian. so that's where bocce ball came from. And it's actually an Olympic sport, actually, believe it or not. You can check that out in the Summer Olympic Games. And bocce ball doesn't get a whole lot of TV coverage. But it is an Olympic sport. And tonight, West Prairie Bocce ball is sponsored by the Special Olympics Pennsylvania and by Special Olympics Unified Champion Schools. I shouldn't say sponsored by. I should say it's promoted by. So this whole game is sponsored by the Special Olympics Pennsylvania Division and the Special Olympics Unified Champion Schools. West Perry only has 2 more games after this season. They'll be at home for 2 more games. So you can catch both these games again on the West Perry Athletic Park YouTube channel on Tuesday, January 17th. They'll be at home against Mifflin County. And then the season finale for West Perry in their first ever season of Bocce Ball will be on Tuesday, January 24th, exactly 1 week later from Mifflin County, as West Perry will be hosting Susquehanna in a Perry County matchup. And here we go. 5 minutes have expired. The intermission is over. West Perry taking game 1 by a score of 5-4. The team captains, by the way, for Halifax are Sully Strupp and Savannah Ludwig. We don't know the team captains for West Perry. Again, the team rosters are as follows for Halifax: Evan Graver, John McConnell, Jeremy Scokes, Stephen Tracy, Thorne Weaver, Sully Strupp, Seth Strupp, and Savannah Ludwig. For West Perry, Kyle Freeman, Damian Yoakum, Hayden Ogden, Autumn Albright, Grier Bowles, Jordan Byers, Isa Betts, and Joshua Kowaleski. The partners are athletes in other programs in the West Perry Athletic Department or Halifax Athletic Department. They are considered the partners, and the athletes are special needs students for all the school districts. For West Perry and Halifax specifically in this one. And it's just a great way to get together for the athletes with special needs and learning disabilities and whatnot, and they have a chance to get together and perform and compete with some varsity athletes in the West Perry Athletic Department. All about sportsmanship here. It doesn't really matter who wins or loses. It's all about having a great time at the end. And what is apparently a fast-growing sport within Pennsylvania. In fact, last year I did some research on this. The Mid-Penn Conference actually has bocce ball as a varsity sport. And last year, from what I understand, I think it just happened last year, Halifax actually hosted the Mid-Penn Conference tournament in which the Northern York Polar Bears won in the championship final against Greencastle Antrim. So it's a really big sport, believe it or not. I never heard of this, but all right, this is great. It's a great time. We got a huge crowd here. A lot of people in the West, a lot of kids and West Perry student body showing up here. They've been excited for this all week. In fact, they actually had a pep rally here earlier today at West Perry High School for all the winter sports, including the bocce team. This is part of a West Perry Athletics doubleheader here. First ever home game for West Perry bocce team. And later tonight, right here at West Perry, we'll have West Perry girls basketball against James Buchanan. That game will start at 7:30. I encourage everyone to stick around for that one. Take our time here. And so game 2 is about to begin. If West Perry wins this second game, I don't think, like, game 3 doesn't really matter, but I don't know if they would play the third game or not. I mean, why not? It's all about fun in the end. So we'll see. West Perry had a 2-0 win in their first ever game in program history at Susquehanna by a score of 2-0. And last time these two teams met, they went the distance. 3 games. And West Perry was victorious 2-1. But here, West Perry has a 1-game lead after a 5-4 victory in game 1. And here we go with game 2 about to start. the jack, the yellow ball. And there goes the jack again for a retry. And this is how we get the second game underway. The clock has started. And 30 minutes for game 2. Again, the only way to win this game is to reach 16 points or have the lead when the 30 minutes have expired. We see a couple comments here on our West Prairie live chat here. We're about to highlight them. One of them in a minute here after this frame. Yeah, this is an intense game, ladies and gentlemen. I'll tell you what, this is a lot of fun. It makes me want to play. Of course, I wasn't in school for the last 10 years. I mean, I graduated 10 years ago, so makes me wish we had this kind of sport. But then again, I would have never been a wrestler. So Halifax with their second throw now. And okay, so that's how the ball doesn't get past the closer distance. It's actually very close between those two. One red and green bocce ball. Here's a third throw for Halifax. And that's definite. That's definite. We have a new leader here. Third throw is a good one for Halifax. So West Prairie will throw next, halfway through the frame. We even have our athletic trainer out here today for West Prairie Sac, our athletic trainer. Can't imagine he'd be too busy here today, except for maybe basketball later. So now West Prairie will have their next throw. Halifax with a good first frame here. Again, if you're just tuning in, the rules are pretty simple. You have a jack, which is a very small yellow ball, and you can see it from right there. And one team is green, that's West Prairie. The other team is Halifax. They have the red balls. And you can throw this ball in any way you can. But the point is to get one of your team balls as close to the jack as you possibly can. If you have the closer distance to the ball, you get 1 point. If you get the two closest balls to it, you get 2 points, and so on and so forth. If you have one ball that touches the jack, the small yellow ball, then you get 2 points for that, plus any balls that you have closer to it. Whenever take a look at some of the comments here, we see Tyler saying, "This is crazy, indeed, Zach. Indeed, Tyler. Like, this is a lot of fun and a crazy first game and very close game." I see Tyler also commenting on that. We do appreciate you all tuning in for the West Prairie Athletic Park YouTube channel for our first ever home game for West Prairie Bocce team. And this is going to be 1 point for Halifax at the end of the first frame. So Halifax gets on the board first in the first frame.
After frame 1, the Halifax Wildcats 1, West Prairie Mustangs 0.
West Prairie head coach is Joe O'Toole. Halifax head coach is Chris Miller. And the co-head coach for Halifax is Jen Gutierrez. So here goes the jack. And, this is a hard throw. This is definitely going to get past the half court, but you cannot get it past the green line. And that is a good roll there for Halifax. Don't roll off the jack, and that is the target. So not quite as hard thrown as the jack was, but it's still a pretty good target there. First throw for the Mustangs. And it takes a bounce and it just gets past the jack and out of bounds. So Halifax will now. Or no, they're saying that green ball is actually still in, so I guess the rules have changed a little bit for the second frame. Or I'm just misinterpreting the rules here. Second throw here for Westbury. And this is looking good. Gets past the green line, but it's all good. Yep. I think the rule is you just have to keep it inside the white lines here. This is not very hard. This is not thrown very hard, but it's looking very good here for the Mustangs. And takes a slow go ahead and this is gotta be close. This is the third throw already for the Mustangs. Stays inside the green line. We might have a long measurement here. Yeah, indeed we are. This is gotta be a very long measurement here. See if that tape roller can go far enough. Just kidding, of course it will. Part of this measurement is to see who will throw first in the second half of this frame. Again, we have no idea what it looks like from up here, so let's see what the rule is. And says Westbury is closer. So that's good for the Mustangs. So Halifax will roll next. And one roll there for Halifax, and this is going to be a new leader without a doubt. This is the final throw for Westbury. Halifax still has two more. And this is looking very good for Halifax right now because they definitely have the closer edge to the jack. And now with two more throws, they have a chance to score more than 1 point. Westbury did have a 2-0 lead to start the first game. But then Halifax in a single frame tied it up at 2 apiece. So yeah, Halifax can get a larger lead here, and this is looking good as well for Halifax, and it is. From what it looks like, and wait a minute, that ball is still rolling back a little bit. Looks like Halifax might get 2 more points here. They might want to make it 3 right here with this final throw. And this is looking good for Halifax. Are they about to get a 4-0 lead? I think they have 3, but let's see if they can get 4. And actually rolls back a little bit. So let's see what the ruling is. Halifax definitely has 1, but do they have 2? Might give a few measurements here. So yeah, Halifax definitely has 1. But let's see if they can get 2 points here. 2, maybe 3 in fact. I'll take a look at this Westbury ball again. I measured this ball earlier in the frame. And now measuring that one again. And so is, see what they update the score on. It's only 1. So 1 point for Halifax makes it 2-0. I think Westbury just got a little bit of a break right there.
2 frames. Halifax Wildcats 2, Westbury Mustangs 0.
So now on to frame number 3. Halifax is trying to force a game 3 here. Westbury looking for a sweep for the second time in 3 games in the inaugural season. So Halifax got to throw the jack here. And Jack takes a big bounce as it gets past the half-court line. So that is a good spot here. And now on to frame number 3. Not a very hard roll right here. If you're curious of where you can get these kind of bocce ball sets, they're not expensive, like so you can. I actually looked this up. You can go to Amazon and buy them for $20. All 8 balls plus the jack. I think it comes with the lines as well, so you can play an actual game. Yeah, they're only $20 for a set of bocce balls, like a complete game set. You can play at home. Play for yourself. And what a roll there for Guyer Bowles. Guyer Bowles is having a game of his life right here. Which case you know, that's Kyle Freeman actually. So Kyle Freeman here having a very nice game. He's all fired up. Yep, it looks like Westbury has the lead right there, thanks to the throw from Kyle Freeman. Westbury girls basketball members are now starting to come out, and they have a game later tonight right here at Westbury against James Buchanan, and you can catch that game live right here on the Westbury Athletic Power YouTube channel. Again, we thank you and everyone at home for tuning in on the Westbury Athletic Power YouTube channel. My name is Alex Wall, the Golden Pipes of Westbury Athletics, here for history in the making. First ever home match for a newly formed Westbury bocce team. Yeah, this is looking good. And he takes a roll back, so Westbury definitely has the lead. All 4 balls for Halifax have already been thrown, so now Westbury, right here with 3 throws in a row, has a chance of. It looks like they're definitely going to get on the board here in game 2. Let's see if they can tie it up. This ball's looking good. And oh my goodness, look at this. Whoa! What a throw. That looks like 2 points coming for Westbury, but they're going to look to make it more. Here's Guyer Bowles now. Yeah, this is looking good too. Look at this! Oh my goodness! I think Westbury is on the edge of getting 3 points in this frame and taking the lead. Trying to make a 4-point frame here. And no, it's not gonna be 4, but it looks like it's gotta be 3 at least. Definitely 1, so Westbury's gotta get on the board. And looks like we're going to have a measurement. So Westbury definitely has 1. They're definitely on the board here. But let's see if they tie it up here. pressuring. The ball's there. 3 points for West Perry, and they just taken the lead. What a comeback right there. We saw almost a similar comeback for Halifax in Game 1, but now West Perry with 3 points in that frame. And they just take a 3-2 lead with just under 16 minutes left to go. Well, actually, I think our clock actually went forward a little bit there, so we set our game clock here on the top of your screen. We are going to reset it for 15 minutes and 20 seconds. And a jack has already been rolled here. And it gets there. West Perry got the chance to throw it there. Throw the jack. Here we go with frame number 4. West Perry with a 3-2 lead. What a big frame West Perry just had a moment ago. Halifax still has a large schedule left to go. Their next game will be on Wednesday when they travel to Mifflin County. My mistake, we missed the athlete back there. But the throw is looking very good here. You see that yellow dot, that is the jack. It's just past the half-court line. Now West Perry looks like they have the lead after 2 throws. From what it looks like from up here. Big crowd here today for first ever home game for West Perry Bocce Ball. First home game in program history. In the inaugural season. And this just gets past the jack. I like how the crowd goes like, whoa, as soon as it gets the jack, it's almost like golf, right? It's like, hey, you got a big putt coming here, and it's about to go in. Or you just miss it. Great entertainment here today. All sponsored by the Special Olympics Committee. And this is looking good for Halifax. I think that's going to be close enough. That's the 3rd row for Halifax. So now West Perry will throw next. This is looking promising here for the Mustangs. And, it actually rolls behind the Halifax ball. So Halifax remains shorter to the jack. West Perry with 2 more throws left to go. This is looking good. Is it got to stop? Yes, it does. West Perry takes the lead. 1 more throw to go for each team. See what Halifax does here. And this is not looking good for Halifax here on this last throw. The frame stops right after the 7 line. And West Perry has 1 more throw. They got 1 point at least here. They're going to increase their lead. See what West Perry does here. They might be going for 2. And they decide to just take a short roll here. And that's going to be 1 point for the Mustangs. Makes it 4-2. West Perry won game 1 in a tight one, 5-4. They needed a tiebreaker frame in the first game. And West Perry is now just under 12 minutes away from getting a win in their first ever home game.
After 4 frames, our score, West Perry Mustangs 3, Halifax Wildcats 2.
Should be 4-2. Yeah, our public address announcer, Brent Anderson, announced it was 3-2. It should be 4-2, and now they fixed the score. And Here's the first throw of frame number 5.
Our score is West Prairie Mustangs 4, Halifax Wildcats 2.
So rethrow here for the jack. And this is looking promising. And just barely gets past the half-court line, and that is a good throw. As close to the center line as you can possibly make it. Now here's Kyle Freeman. Kyle Freeman making the first throw. He's been having an incredible game so far, and this time he just goes a little too far off the jack. But it's still a good throw nonetheless. Game 2 here. First throw for Halifax here in frame 5. And this is looking good. Remember, West Prairie was down 4-2 in the first game. Here in the game number 2, they are up 4-2. So Halifax has to find a way to make a comeback here. And a little too hard for a throw that time for West Prairie. Almost the same distance as the first throw. And Halifax is going to have to maintain the lead here in frame 5. Here's Bowles. And again, a hard throw. And West Prairie is sticking together right here pretty much. And this is very good for Halifax. That 3 throws already for West Prairie. And now they're going to take their final throw. Just got to give Halifax 3 throws to work with. You definitely want to make this ball closer. Jack, and oh my goodness, it doesn't take a good bounce. Actually bounces back a second, but it still rolls forward. And so this is a very good opportunity here for Halifax to get closer to the West Prairie deficit and perhaps take the lead. There are 3 throws here. And this is looking good for Halifax, and this is going to be close as well. Still 2 more throws for the Wildcats. And not wasting any time on this throw. It's looking very good. It's looking very good for Halifax. Yes, indeed. That looks like 2 points, but still got 1 more throw. This is looking promising. Seven and a half minutes left to go here. And that takes a bounce. That might be a difference maker right there. And actually, it takes a short strip back. Looks like we're going to have a measurement here. I think Halifax just tied the game. But we're going to have to see if Halifax takes the lead here. And from what it looks like Halifax might have actually just taken the lead here. Or are they measuring for possibly 4 points? I don't think it's 4 points. It might be 3. And it is 3 points for Halifax. Back-to-back frames for 3 points for each team. And the Wildcats have just taken a 5-4 lead. Now frame number 6. West Prairie has to come from behind again. This was the same score.
Halifax Wildcats 5, West Prairie Mustangs
5-4
4.
here for Halifax. This was the same score as the game 1, but West Prairie was the winner. And the jack Goes past the center line. And that is where a check will be for frame number 6. Here's the first throw. Almost the same strategy as throwing the check, throwing a ball, but the ball doesn't get close to the center right there. But not a bad first throw there for Halifax. Just under 6 minutes to go. Here in game number 2. If needed, we'll go to a third game. West Prairie bounces off the Halifax ball. When we are on the scores table, we have our public address announcer Brent Anderson on the right. On the left side is the West Prairie Athletic Director Ryan Anderson. And this looks close. Just outside the center court circle. Here at West Prairie High School Gym 4. Now we see some of the wrestlers coming out. You know, these are some of the football players actually. And nice throw there for Halifax. Definitely having the edge right here. Here's West Prairie's second throw. Football boys coming out of the weight room. Oh, here's the next throw for West Prairie. Third throw, each team with one more throw left in this frame, and this is looking promising here. Oh my goodness! Oh, it's touching the jack! I believe that is touching the jack. If that stands, that's 2 points. You can't get much closer than that, ladies and gentlemen. One more throw here for Halifax. That's the best throw we've seen so far, and trying to get rid of that one West Prairie ball. Just launching it, and gets past everybody. This is just going to be a short roll. Yeah, I think the rule is if one of the team's balls is touching the jack, that's 2 points. Or nope, just 1 point. Okay, so that's probably just in like the Olympic style bocce ball. But West Prairie gets 1 point, and now we are tied at 5 with less than 3 minutes to go.
After 6 frames, West Prairie Mustangs 5, Halifax Wildcats 5.
That was the best throw of the day so far. Now we are tied at 5 apiece. Great games here, man. I tell you what, this is just very fun to watch. Now the check to be thrown. Going down towards the bottom. And doesn't get past half court. Yeah, the point of throwing the jack is to throw it to where your team thinks is more comfortable with, and that's a good throw right there. If you get it right on the center court, I think that counts.
Officials, this is the 2-minute warning.
And now we are in the 2-minute warning here. And a good first throw there. West Prairie doesn't seem very pleased with that throw, but anything can still happen. Tied at 5. We're definitely not gonna have a tiebreaker in this one, with 90 seconds left to go. So, whoever wins this frame is gonna win the game. And West Prairie, if they win this game, they win the match. Halifax needs this frame to force a game number 3. And that will do it for them if that holds up. Two very close games indeed, some of the West Prairie fans here today are saying. 1 minute left to go. And Halifax still with the edge. Could we possibly be seeing a game 3? West Prairie needs a good throw here. 2 more throws left to go. Otherwise, Halifax has got to take game 2. And a little too hard of a throw at that time. So West Prairie has 1 more throw. And they're going to take it right now. Time is going to run out of this frame, so this is the last frame of game 2. And this is looking promising. This is taking a bounce towards the jack. It's still going just by a little bit. Oh my goodness. Chris Ron says he thinks red is still in. So that's what he just said. He thinks red is still in, so he's not going to try to take a measurement here. Time has run out, so now this is definitely the last frame of game 2. Halifax needs to do something. Try to get that green ball out of the way, and it looks like they're going to do it, and oh my goodness, that is very close, and red Halifax has 2 balls right next to the jack, right between them. Jack is right between those two red bocce balls. 1 more throw left to go. Looks like Halifax is going to take game 2. And indeed they will. Or, wait a minute. Alright, but might be seeing a measurement here. It looks like... Or actually, no, I take that back. There's actually still 1 more throw left for Halifax here. What do you do here? If you're Halifax. Don't want to make any silly mistakes right here. You want to take game 2 and force a decisive game 3. Now the wrestling team is out here watching. And this ball's just got to be thrown away. So, are we about to have a measurement, or is Halifax going to take this? 2 points for Halifax. And that will end game 2. Halifax ties the match up at 1 game apiece. 7-5 for Halifax at game 2.
Right. Game 2, Halifax Wildcats 7, West Prairie Mustangs 5.
So we're about to see game 3. West Prairie wins game 1 by a score of 5-4. Then Halifax bounces back to take game 2, 7-5. It all comes down to game 3. I don't know if there's going to be any intermission here. Might just go right into game 3. Winner take all game 3. West Prairie Wrestling team out here. Assistant coach Josh Schaefer. West Prairie Wrestling team had a big win last night on the road at Shippensburg.
We will take a 5-minute break.
So there will be a 5-minute break.
Tiebreaker frame.
So here we go. 5 minutes before game 3. We're going to take a quick break ourselves and get ready for decisive game 3. Don't go anywhere. You're watching West Prairie first ever home game for West Prairie Bocce team against the Halifax Wildcats, exclusively on the West Prairie Athletic Party YouTube channel. West Prairie wins game 1, 5-4. Halifax wins game 2, 7-5. We'll be right back in less than 5 minutes for game number 3. We are back here now for decisive game 3 in the first ever home game for West Prairie Bocce team. And it's a really good thing that I just asked the head coaches, the officials, and our public does not, Sir Brent Anderson. They all said the same thing. Game 3 is a little bit different. It is only one frame. You heard that correctly, ladies and gentlemen. No time limit, no scoring. It is just down to one frame. So, the strategy here is to get the 4 best players that you know that can win game 3. That's all it comes down to one frame. 4 throws for each team. And whoever wins that frame wins the game. West Prairie took game 1 by a score of 5-4 and come from behind fashion. And in game 2, Halifax came from behind to win 7-5. And it does not get much more exciting than this. It's almost like volleyball. You know, like in volleyball, when it's a best of 5 there, and the first 4 sets you get up to 25, but then in the 5th set you go to only 15. Well, this kind of feels like volleyball. You get the lead. Whoever has the lead or gets the 16 points wins the first 2 games. But then in game 3, it only goes to 1 frame. So, time is about to run out. So, no time limit. We're going to go ahead and get ready for a timer here. So, the third and final game, and Halifax is going to throw the jack. 1 frame is all it takes. And here's the jack. Halifax gets to make the throw. Gets past half court and it just stops past it. So here we go. 1 frame is all it takes. You got the 4 best throwers for each team. Doesn't matter what the order is. And first throw is a good one for Halifax. So now here's West Prairie's first throw of the frame. Game 3 is only down to 1 frame, ladies and gentlemen. Does not get more exciting than this. And this is looking good for the Mustangs. Yes, sir. Next throw will be for Halifax. Halifax hosted the Mid-Penn Conference tournament last year, which was won by the Northern York Polar Bears against Greencastle. Halifax looking to get back into that tournament. And they need a big win here, and this is looking very close between those 2 bocce balls, and we're going to have a measurement. This is close. Measurements taking place. Oh, Halifax has the lead. They have the shorter distance to the jack than West Prairie does. So now West Prairie gets to throw. You need a good throw here. You only got 3 more left. Each team now with 2 throws left. And this is looking good. Stop right there. Yes! Actually, it's still getting closer to the jack. And that's definite right there. West Prairie has the short distance now. Each team with 2 more throws. What a great game here. First ever home game for West Prairie Bocce Ball in program history. And that's a good throw right there too. It's just behind that orange cone there on the lower side, lower part of your screen. Now Halifax is going to take their last throw. You need a good throw here. Otherwise, West Prairie is going to win their first game at home. West Prairie is 2-0 already this season, with wins against Susquehanna and Halifax in their last game. This is the second straight game for both teams against each other. And last time, the two teams went the distance. And West Prairie won in 2-1. Last throw for Halifax. And it's looking good. Still rolling. Still rolling. Oh my goodness, this is close. So now what do you do if you're West Prairie? You have 2 throws left. It all comes down to this one frame. And yep, this is the smart thing to do. Just bounce it down. West Prairie believes they have the short distance. One more throw to go. You might as well just chuck this one. Or just do exactly what the last player did. And he takes that hard roll, but he gets past everybody. I think West Prairie has just done it. One point for West Prairie, and West Prairie has just won it. First ever home game for the West Prairie Bocce team, and West Prairie wins it in 3 games. What a performance for both teams. What an intense competition here. This was a lot of fun, ladies and gentlemen. I'll tell you what. West Prairie hitting the home court for the first time in the history of the program. And West Prairie does it in entertaining style here. Halifax with a heartbreaking loss here. But in the end, it doesn't matter who wins, doesn't matter who loses. In the end, it's all about sportsmanship, just like we're seeing right here with the handshakes. What a game. West Prairie wins it 1-0 in game 3 at the deciding frame. And we are not done here yet, ladies and gentlemen. We still have West Prairie girls basketball later tonight. As normally we would have our West Prairie Athletic player of the game. But today, no, we're not doing that. Our player of the game is everybody here. Everybody playing the game, everybody in attendance, all of you watching at home. Thank you for tuning in. West Prairie wins game 1 by a score of 5-4. Halifax comes back and wins game 2 by a score of 7-5. And game 3, in one frame, game 3, West Prairie wins by 2-1. A very historic season. West Prairie is now 3-0, undefeated, all time in the history of the program. That is saying something, ladies and gentlemen. Like normally when you see a brand new program within any athletic department, they tend not to do so because the players you only get who you can get. But here, West Prairie Bocce team is looking like a powerhouse with 2 more games left to go. Both of them are at home. West Prairie improves to 3-0. Halifax now drops to 0-2. Halifax will be back on the road next Wednesday as they will be at Mifflin County. That will be West Prairie's next game as well. West Prairie's next game will be right here at home on January 17th against Mifflin County. And that should be a good one right here. First ever home game in the books. Will West Prairie do just as good in game 2 at home? We'll find out in a couple weeks on January 17th on a Tuesday afternoon. So that's going to do it for us here at West Prairie High School. On behalf of our public address announcer, Brent Anderson, our high school principal, or our high school athletic director, Ryan Anderson, of course our high school principal, Chris Ron, who is the official here tonight, and all of us here at West Prairie High School, I am Alex Wall, the Golden Pipes of West Prairie Athletics, saying so long for now at West Prairie High School. at 7:30 tonight, we have West Prairie girls basketball in action against James Buchanan Rockets. Tune in for that one tonight. This should be a good one. Two top 10 teams in District 3 going head-to-head tonight right here at West Prairie High School. Girls basketball, West Prairie versus James Buchanan, starting at 7:30. Congratulations to the West Prairie Bocce team. Their first ever win at home and a third win in a row to start their inaugural season. Until next time, I am Alex Wall, the Golden Pipes of West Prairie Athletics, saying so long from West Prairie High School. This has been a presentation of West Prairie Bocce Ball against the Halifax Wildcats, exclusively on the West Prairie Athletic Party YouTube channel. Your final score on this one, West Prairie wins it 2-1. We'll see you later tonight for girls basketball against James Buchanan. Good night, everybody.